Chapter 1104 has everything. Badass scenes from Kuma, Sanji, Franky, and Kizaru. Emotional scenes from Kuma and Kizaru, plot development, and power scaling. This chapter starts where the last one ended. We get a super epic double spread where Kuma punches Saturn. It crushes Saturn's face and he is sent flying across Egghead Island. Saturn is still conscious, shocked, and can't understand what is happening because he already pressed Kuma's self-destruct switch a few days ago. Everyone is shocked witnessing Kuma punching one of the five elders. Saturn is heavily injured. He lost his right arm and his left horn, but he's recovering very quickly. Saturn's black flames regenerate his arm and left horn. Then Vegapunk explains the truth behind Kuma's self-destruct switch and tells Saturn that it did not work because of love. Angry, Saturn tries to attack Kuma, but Sanji deflects Saturn's attack. We get another beautiful panel where Kuma just stands and hugs Bonnie while Sanji protects them. Another super Straw Hat, Franky, uses his radical beam to attack Saturn and says that the Straw Hats owe Kuma a big favor. Franky's attack pierces Saturn's body, and despite the fact that Saturn recovers easily from this attack, Franky still became the first Straw Hat and the first character who has fought an Admiral, a Yonko, and one of the Gorosei. So far, Franky is the dark horse of Egghead. I really hope his bounty will increase. We've seen top tiers get hit by characters of a certain caliber due to disorientation or not taking it seriously, but it does not happen often. Saturn has amazing regeneration powers, maybe even better than Marco's, but it's clear that even non-hockey attacks do damage to him, so now it's really confusing. How strong is Saturn? Did we overhype the Gorosei? We know that Saturn is the warrior god of science and defense, and he is a scientist that helps him in a lot of things, but for now let's talk about Saturn's power level. Saturn has eaten a weird type of devil fruit that lets him transform into a horned being with a spider-like body, including 6 legs. Saturn appears to have awakened this ability, as indicated by the ribbon of dark, flaming smoke around his shoulders and torso when he is transformed. In both his human and spider-like forms, Saturn can project some kind of invisible aura-like force resembling telekinesis without having to move. When invoking this power, visibly indicated by his eyes glowing, Saturn can injure people with a mere look, knock them back as though with an unseen blow, and physically force them to the ground to keep them immobile. The abilities are shown to be effective even against a worse generation pirate like Jewelry Bonnie, a modified human like Sanji, and an android like Atlas. When it was revealed that even Sanji was not able to move because of this ability, everyone thought that Saturn was very powerful, but I think this chapter changed everything. Bonnie stabbed him without any problems, Sanji blocked Saturn's attack easily, Franky pierced him without armament hockey, and Kuma's punch made him fly and lose an arm and a horn. For now, it seems to me that he can't use hockey at all. His offensive power is not really great either, despite the fact that he could pierce Kuma with his sharp pointed leg. Yes, his regeneration powers are amazing, but is that it? Or is Saturn hiding his real power? I don't think we have seen anyone like him. He is a Gorosei with a powerful aura and a fruit, and he could control Sanji even with this aura-like force, meaning that he must be very strong, but at the same time he could not block any attacks from characters like Bonnie, Franky, and a nearly dead Kuma. Maybe he does not even care if he's damaged because of his regeneration powers. Write what you think about Saturn's power level down in the comments. Meanwhile, Kizaru is back and kicks Franky away. Vegapunk knows that Kizaru is doing all this against his own will and calls him a sad man. Kizaru replies that he should have brought darker sunglasses. In One Piece, it has been mentioned many times that the person is at his weakest when he cannot act without feeling guilt. Even the sharpest sword becomes dull when pointed at a friend. Kizaru's actions are still confusing at this moment. Everyone thought that he was the one who gave Luffy food, and it may still be true, but for now he is on the side of the world government. I am still sure that at the end of this arc, Kizaru will choose the right side and finally understand what he wants and what's worth fighting for. Oda won't leave it like this. The scenes where Kizaru is trying to become good get more and more direct. The hints have been dropped since Aokiji vs Garp fight. Aokiji was in a difficult situation as well. Later, we heard Akainu's words that could be directed to Kizaru, and in Egghead, every time Kizaru attacked his friend, it was shown that he did not want to do this. I'm just a cog in the machine. From what I've seen, people like Kizaru a lot, including myself. He's a very interesting character with an amazing devil fruit and funny characteristics. I believe everyone wants to see a character like him choose the right side and help the Straw Hats. In the last page of the chapter, Saturn orders a buster call on Egghead Island. We can see all marine ships preparing to start the attack. We saw what happened to O'Hara after a buster call was activated, and now the fleet involved in the Egghead incident is even bigger in size. It's nearly impossible to avoid this attack, so it seems that we're currently at the end of the Egghead arc. It was already difficult for the Straw Hats to fight Saturn, Kizaru, Lucci, and all of the Marines while saving Vegapunk and Bonnie, and now, after Saturn's order, the only way to survive is to escape this island. Saturn's buster call revealed one thing: we will see the Iron Giant in this arc for sure. In chapter 1094, during Luffy's battle against Kizaru, Luffy activated Gear 5, which led to the Drums of Liberation reaching the robot, causing its eyes to light up. This robot is already awake for 10 chapters. It's time for this ancient monster to show up. There is one big logical reason why we will see it soon. 200 years ago, it suddenly appeared out of nowhere and attacked Marijoa, but ran out of energy before causing damage. The world government subsequently ordered a group of scientists to destroy it, but they chose to hide it instead to study it in secret. Saturn ordered a buster call, so if it does not move, it will be destroyed as well. And Oda would not show this robot and then awaken it just to destroy it in a few chapters. In this chapter, we did not see Zoro, who is probably still fighting against Lucci, and we didn't see Jinbei, Robin, or Luffy. We've not seen Robin since Saturn appeared, so there are only two explanations. Either Oda forgot about her, which is surprising, or the Blackbeard pirates that arrived on Egghead, which are Lafette and Katarina Devon, kidnapped her. There is also a third option in that she might have found something interesting at Egghead, and will play a key role in this arc, similar to what Sanji did against Enel and Arc Maxim, but this option seems very unlikely as well. But where is Luffy? In the last chapter, we saw him eating food, so he must have recovered from exhaustion. Thanks to his rubber metabolism, he's able to recover from even the largest of meals, being full of energy and ready to fight in no time. I don't think that he saw Kizaru attacking his friend and didn't do anything. I'm sure Oda is cooking something and Luffy will return with his new power. Maybe we'll see the Iron Giant in the next chapter. Don't forget that Kuma is not moving and he's nearly dead. The only way to save him is to pick him up and escape, but he is enormous. Even if we forget about his size, it's very unlikely that Kuma will survive Egghead after everything that happened in this arc. We saw his full backstory after all, so he has the biggest death flag in One Piece right now. Kuma has one of the best devil fruits in the story, and there's no way that this fruit will go to waste, so if you want to see what will happen to Kuma's Nikyu no Mi, you can watch this video right here. Thanks for watching.